And for more on today's hearing, we bring in senior Washington reporter Devin Dwyer, who covers the Supreme Court. Thanks for coming back on with us again, Devin. So much of these hearings focused on health care, abortion, and President Trump. But we also saw Democrats press Judge Barrett on the issue of gay rights, including her view of the 2003 Supreme Court decision that decriminalized homosexuality in America. Let's take a listen.
Lawrence v. Texas, which held that the government cannot criminalize gay and lesbian relationships. Was it correctly decided?
I can't give a yes or a no, and my declining to give an answer doesn't suggest disagreement or agreement.
But, Your Honor, think of how you would feel as a gay or lesbian American to hear that you can't answer whether the government can make it a crime for them to have that relationship.
You're pushing me to try to violate the judicial canons of ethics and to offer advisory opinions, and I won't do that.
Devin, what does her answer, or rather her non-answer, tell us about how she might approach LGBTQ rights and why some advocates are so concerned?
Well, before that decision, Lindsay, I mean, let's remember that it was still a crime to be openly gay in more than a dozen states in this country. People could go to jail for having intimacy with a member of the same sex. The Supreme Court struck down those laws 6-3, but it was Justice Antonin Scalia, Judge Barrett's mentor and inspiration, who famously dissented in that case. Another thing that gives advocates a lot of concern is Judge Barrett's affiliation with a conservative legal group. It's the Alliance Defending Freedom, which also opposed that decision, and in fact over the years has tried to recriminalize homosexuality. Lindsay, Barrett told the committee she spoke to that group several times over the last few years. She said she wasn't aware of the group's position. She also says she opposes discrimination against gay people, but a big cause of concern today.
And also, Devin, let's turn back to politics for a moment. With voting underway across the country, we saw some final posturing over the role that Judge Barrett could play in resolving an election dispute. Take a listen.
The Supreme Court will have not one, not two, but three justices, you, Justice Kavanaugh, and Chief Justice Roberts, who worked on behalf of the Republican Party in matters related to the Bush v. Gore case. Do you think that that's a coincidence?
Senator Klobuchar, if you're asking me whether I was nominated for this seat because I worked on Bush versus Gore for a very brief period of time as a young associate, that doesn't make sense to me.
Devin, is her involvement in the Bush v. Gore case problematic? And what are the chances that she'll be on the court by Election Day?
Well, Amy Coney Barrett was just 3 years out of law school, only 28 years old when her law firm sent her down to Florida to help fight for Republicans. In fact, to get absentee ballots in the column of George W. Bush back in 2000. By all accounts, she played a pretty small role, but she'll join Chief Justice John Roberts and Brett Kavanaugh, who also worked on that case, Lindsay. I mean, it's hard to see how that will be a real conflict this year because the issues would be so different. Certainly the parties would be very different. But Judge Barrett did say today that she would take even the appearance of a potential conflict into account when deciding whether or not she needs to recuse. At this stage, her confirmation is on track for a full vote in the United States Senate by the end of the month, which means barring some significant unforeseen delay, Lindsay, she will be on the Supreme Court by Election Day. Lindsay?
All right, Devin Dwyer, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.